welcome to another adventure into reality as we are nearing this Thanksgiving journey. Come on, everyone, into the chat room, settle yourself in. We will be taking calls in just a little while. For those of you that are overly excited, do not raise your hand until I've told you to raise your hand. We have a lot of people before the show is starting that they're already raising your hand. So this is a warning to all those people who are coming in and trying to raise their hand before the show starts. Don't raise your hand or you won't be picked. The next thing is, please turn off your video. For some reason, we have all these people turning on their video. Yes, turn off your video. It interferes with the rest of the recording. So please turn off your video. We will manually turn off your video if you keep turning on your video. So turn off your video. Amarata, turn off your video. Anyways, we're going to have an incredible show for everyone today. So come on to the chat room, figure out how to open that little chat room and type, what have you felt about the year 2019? If you can make one statement, one sentence, what has 2019 meant for you? Interact with us. Figure out that chat room. Figure out how to use that keyboard or the thunder thumbs that you got for those that are watching on your phones. What does 2019 mean in one statement, one sentence mean for you? Okay. The next level here is, what do you want to get out of 2020? What does 2020 mean for you? Now, if you've been listening for me for a while, you know that I don't like these one sentence answers, but I'm asking you for one sentence answers for a reason. This is going to be a bit of an interactive show. Okay. We're going to change up the format a little bit. Also, I'm going to be doing a special offer. How many of you have had trouble this year finding your daily practice and doing any form of ceremonial and ritual, be it the solstice, the equinox? How many of you actually did them this year? And how many of you are finding trouble? If you are finding it trouble to do them, type in finding trouble. If not, say, no, I did mine. Many of you are finding trouble. So what I'm going to do is make a special offer. We are going to be having a solstice coming up. It's December 17th to the 23rd. In the beginning of the month of December, I'm going to open a special boot camp prayer group that wants to prepare for the solstice. If you are interested in being a part of it, I want you to contact Michael, my PA, at mpa@galactichistorian.com. This will be a minimal amount of money, $75. Why? Because you're all going to be in a group conversation and helping each other be held accountable to doing the ceremony. It will be held on Saturdays in the afternoon. So for those of you that can't work during the weekday, can't do it during the weekdays. So we'll have 2 sessions before the 21st. It'll start the first week in December, first, second, and then third week in December. So we will meet 3 times for that thing. Minimal amount of money, it's covering my time to help you go through this process to stop finding trouble, to set off the year 2020 for you. Now, why do I want you to call Michael and converse with him? To find out if you're really ready, what troubles you're having, so I can help you tailor your solstice ceremony to you. And that we'll have an online ceremony where we'll all get together and we'll go through the journey of being sacred. I don't always do this. Sharing ceremonies is for each individual person. Yes, we're not necessarily doing on every day, the 17th or the 23rd. It'll probably be the last day, the 23rd, or whatever that lines up to being a Saturday. Okay. So you're interested, and then we will email you the information. Okay. Travers, I didn't tell you to raise your hand yet. So anyone raising your hand ahead of time, lower your hand. All right. So for those of you that are having trouble, will you have the effort to follow through and make an email? Because effort and the amount of effort one puts in ultimately determines the energy that you get back. So many of you cannot manage enthusiastic effort. So can you manage an email? Can you have enough effort to make an email? Do you have enough effort to respond to the email? Do you have enough effort to go through the process of going there and being in those classes? Effort, 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 effort. So many people call the shows, and you can hear right away in their voice, there's little effort putting their spirituality forward, because oftentimes family issues takes them away already. Or something is overwhelming. Somebody else's emergencies are more important than them. Effort is not easy, but effort is also mystical. But effort can be effortless too. What situations have you had effortless energy in? Let's go on to the chat room and write an example of what effortless is for you. Logging into a show, is it effortless? Okay, Lori, creating art. Okay. Dancing. Cooking. Developing a routine. Those are all effortless things. But the amount of effort one puts in ultimately makes your purpose. So many people call the show and go, what's my damn purpose? Sometimes your purpose is just put enough effort in to get the ball rolling, to realize there are thousands of purposes. So many people want the overarching top purpose and don't forget all the ladder rungs in between that require effort to go through. So this is going to be a boot camp challenging you in the amount of effort that you can put into it. If you can put aside 2 hours a week when we're not in the class, and 2 hours that's going to be in the class, by the time that you come to your ceremony, you'll have 2, 4, 6, 8, you'll have 12 hours of preparation. How many of you have done 12 hours of preparation before your ceremony? Write in yes or no in the chat room. Yes, you've done more than 12 hours, or no, you've never done. No, 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 no. Yes. Okay, Al, good for you. Travers, yes. No, 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 no. Why? Never. Never done a ceremony. Why? Why is it so hard to put that amount of effort? Why? Truly ask yourself in the moment and answer yourself out loud. Because effort isn't free for you. It costs you something. Time. Time equals effort. Effort equals manifestation. Okay? Getting yourself to the next level where it really means something. I have somebody making audio, Robert. Can you mute whoever that is making audio? Sounds like they were opening and closing a door.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So Joyce, it has to thrill you to give you effort. Bullshit. Bullshit. That is a precondition. Okay? You should be able to make enthusiastic effort on the spot. But so many people are stuck in depression, are solo with their experiences. They don't have anything to share with. They can't turn on the enthusiasm. Okay? Enthusiastic effort is something that's self-generated. If you don't have the enthusiastic effort around the ritual and ceremony, you are operating at microvolts. You're not really putting the effort into it. You may be following through the words, but you're not really putting the energy behind it. Okay? Everyone, please turn off your video. Blink, blink, blink. Turn off your video. We're having a major issue with people turning on their videos. We're not sure if it's built into the system right now, but okay. So, Leslie, effortless sounds tiresome as a word. Maybe that's a reflection of you. Effort is not a tiresome word. It's perception that makes you feel that way. And that's not picking on you. That's just a statement you put in the chat. Effort isn't tiresome unless you have no effort left to put into life. I put the effort into coming to each and every one of these shows. I put the effort into being patient with each and every caller, and it's effortless for me. I'm able to get into the cycle of energy, create, co-create, not being a manifesting generator. Sean, effort is love in motion. It is and it isn't. Sometimes effort is raw, I'm doing it. It isn't about love. It is I'm doing it. It's commitment to not let the effort fail. Okay? Not everything is an emotional love-based journey. Sometimes effort is cranking the engine, and it gets started. Effort is action. Okay? What is real effort? What is the effort to come onto the show? On a rating of 1 to 10. If you're here in the right in the chat room, 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest, what kind of effort does it take to come and log into a show? 2, 5, 2, 1, 0, 2. Okay? 5, 7. Okay? So, Gino, type into chat, why is it a 7 to you? Time? So I want everyone to type the word or to think the word enthusiastic effort. In your recent life, what do you, as a hobby or something you do that you have natural enthusiastic effort with? Spending time with the grandkids, playing music, enthusiastic effort massage, working on business plan, art teaching, cooking, drawing, your son. Okay. What does it take to create enthusiastic effort to create a 12 hours of prepared energy for a ceremony you're going to have 3 weeks from now? Is that mystical? That 12 hours ahead of time? Is it mystical to have 12 hours of pre-prepared energy? For many of you, it is mystical. And here's why. Because you haven't done it before. Or you have done it before, and you have an expectation of a mystical experience from the amount of effort that you put in. Effort has no preconditions of experience, of expectations. Does your effort create an expectation, of effort in putting to 12 hours, create a natural expectation of a mystical experience? Yeah, there you go. You become spoiled with instant gratification. How do you break down the expectation? Now I'm going to combine words like I normally do. What is blasphemous effort? Blasphemous effort. Sabotaging yourself. Or you've done that 12 hours of preparation and the day of the ceremony comes and you're just not present enough to do anything with it. How many of you, I'm going to do the ceremony, I'm going to do the ceremony, I'm going to do it, and you sit down in front of it and you're blank-faced and don't know what to do? There you go. This is why I'm offering this boot camp. That's going to require you to make effort. Effort to make an email at mpa@galactichistorian.com to say, I want to be a part of the ceremonial boot camp that has the classes before. The classes are going to be on Saturday before, so that you can be in all 3 classes, so that you can have your ceremony on your own. And then we're going to have a group call ceremonies. Why? Effort, effort, effort. Okay. This is still about doing it on your own, though. You still have to do it on your own. Yes, we get to have a network call. Yes, you'll get to meet some cool people, but you still got to do your ceremony on your own. Your inner work is done by yourself. So many people are afraid of the inner work, the effort that it takes to create the inner work. Overcome the effort to be an effortlessness. Think about this. So many people ask, what's my purpose? Well, sometimes just self-mastery is your purpose. Think of that. Yes, anyone can take this at all, anyone at all. There's no preconditions other than the effort to follow through. Contact MPA at Galactic Historian, say, I am taking the effort and I want to sign up for the ceremonial bootcamp class that will be in December. And then Michael will email back to you that you have to respond to. Will you have the effort to follow through with that? You've got more than enough time to make the effort. Is the effort going to come tomorrow, the day after, or the day of the class starting? Anyone can take the course. There's no preconditions on it other than taking the effort and showing up. Simple as that. I have put in the effort forward to assist you on these bootcamp processes to help hold yourself accountable to your own effort. And it's only going to be $75. And why am I putting a price on it? My effort. If that's a limiting price to you, sorry. Many of my other situations and classes in which I give these same kind of trainings are far more expensive. Why? Because the people are actually following through and doing a significant amount of work. Okay. So now, effort, effort, effort. So I want to take a moment and talk about self-mastery and the effort that it takes to get there. How many of you heard me that have talked about self-mastery? Okay. And what kind of effort does it take to get there? Think about it. Okay. Many people, when they're thinking they're doing their inner work, they're actually faking it till they make it. And their effort shows it. Self-mastery means you find the effort to be dedicated and disciplined. And to know that courage is not mystical. Effort isn't mystical. And the outcomes that we get isn't mystical. It's our perceptions. It's what makes them mystical. So Leslie, if a teacher writes good effort, it's kind of damning you with praise, so not fond of that word. No, it's not damaging you with praise. It's actually saying that you put effort, but you have a perception that has put you into charge and polarity. Therefore, so much more of the word effort has a dogma around it. And that's another reason why people cannot put effort, because they have so much dogma built into the word effort from school. Okay, somebody has already put the effort. Grace has already email sent, done. Okay, who else can do it? Now I'm doing this on the fly. Okay, to test effort. Test effort. Joseph, the Illuminati is making my life near impossible. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. You want to know why? Because you're looking at it too much. And that what you look at looks back at you. And when you learn not to look at that stuff, it doesn't have a very big effect on you. Send the email to mpa@galactichistorian.com. Okay? And put in the subject, I'm putting in the effort to sign up for the class. Or whatever words you want to put in there to show that you got the effort. Okay? Same thing with Joseph. You have put the effort in, the Illuminati has no power over you. There are 1,001 contract revocations that can cut their nuts off and take all their power away that you've been giving away to them. It's just learning how to snip, snip, neuter so that they have no power in your reality. That's right, nuts off revocation. All right, everybody. So take a minute here and write 2 or 3 sentences on what a nuts off revocation would be about. Snipping the nuts off of the Illuminati's power. Eric, a middle finger. It's basically saying, I'm number one, not you. Fiandra, you have no power over me. It can be as simple as that. Get creative. The last show I did a rap, and I've had other people that use, you can have a rap battle with the Illuminati and whoop their ass. I had a particular gentleman inside one of my medicine journeys a while back that was dealing with a really negative entity, and I said, have a rap battle with it, man. Fucking go Eminem on its ass. Insult the shit out of it. Take yourself to the next level. And what are you going to do? Snippy, snippy. I, in the ever-present moment of now, pull out my spiritual scissors and snip the mystical connection between me and the Illuminati in every dimension, time stream, galaxy, and universe, so that they have no more potent power in my reality to siphon my life force. Simple as that. Lori, revocation rap. You think you're boss man? You went far, and you nuts are now in my jar. Beautiful. Your nuts are now in my jar. Julia just sent another one. 2 people, 3 people have now sent an email. Who else is now? Oh, I can do it later. I can do it later. The challenge to all of you watching right now. Why don't other teachers teach revocations? Their personal choice, not trying to insult them. Most of them don't even understand what it is and have a prejudgment and a dogma about what it is or isn't, because they don't truly understand what standing in their sovereign power is, and the type of teachings they're doing isn't about sovereignty. It's about love and light, and that's it. Sometimes it isn't about love and light. Sometimes it's about the bullshit of battling this or battling that, and everything's a war. No, everything isn't a war. You're an infinite being, and war is not your only options. And I also the one that created the whole genre of spiritual contract revocations and So they have their own dogmas about what is me and what are my teachings. All right, 4 people now have sent an email. Ooh, we're at 1%. 1% have made effort. Five. We're at 1.5% effort. Let's see if we can get to 10% effort. All right, we're at 6. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. So for those of you who have effort and don't want to ask an instant gratification question and want to put the effort into not asking an instant gratification question, raise your hand. Go on to that participant button, click raise your hand, and then we're going to set up the wheel of callers as Robert is going to go into his complete and total randomness of all randoms and reach into the universal wheel and decide how we're going to take the first person that's going to be in the wheel of unique callers. Go ahead, Robert. Spin up that infinite wheel of callers and see who is next.
Let's go with Grace right off the top of the bat. Grace, you're unmuted with Andrew.
Grace, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi, Andrew.
Grace, good to talk to you again. How's it going today?
Well, I just wanted to say thanks because I have already seen so many results in my life from following all the teachings. I've been hearing you for over 2 years now, or close to 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, but more this year than ever before. And
so what about the teachings has helped motivate you into practicing them so that they're starting to make a difference for you?
Well, the soul contract revocations for sure. That's what got me started and interested in you in the first place. That felt very empowering. Also, the gratitude teaching. I do that almost every night. Sometimes I forget.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I did the ayahuasca tea that made a great impact in my self-awareness, self-compassion. I'm just like a different person, and I don't want to give up because I've gained so much terrain and self-confidence.
Mm-hmm.
I even started dating, speed dating, because I'm not ready to date, but at least speed dating. I've gone on like 15 speed datings so far.
Good job. Get them skills back and learn how to hone them. And speed dating is one of those ways that you can really tune up those social skills, as well as tune in your radar: jerk, not jerk, spiritual, not spiritual, faker, not faker.
Yeah, and that was a great, it took a lot of effort to do that.
It did. Confidence and courage too.
Very scary to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got rejected, but that's okay because
it helps you build up the confidence. It is
I'm building up the confidence. Yes.
Everything is judged right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I figured they have their reasons for not liking me. That's fine. I'll find somebody who does.
That's right. You will.
And I also been working on myself, like my exterior, not just my interior, but my exterior, because I haven't been taking care of my body for the longest time. Mm-hmm. So I got my teeth done, and as a result, I'm smiling more than I have ever smiled in my whole life. And this is maybe common for everybody else, but I never smiled to anybody because I thought my smile was not pretty. So I just got 4 veneers on my front teeth, and that makes a whole new difference. I smile to everybody, and as a result, they smile back. I'm talking about strangers. Mm-hmm. And that fills my soul so much. I wish I had done this before. Such a small change.
and allow that change so you can revel in that energy. Truly revel in that energy.
Yeah, I noticed myself even smiling to myself in the mirror. So, yes, and maybe sometimes I over smile. I'm doing it too much. Like I've gone on the speed dating and I was just smiling the whole time. Maybe they thought it was a little nuts, but that's fine. I'm learning, you know, baby steps.
Mm-hmm. Baby steps, exactly. We don't need to take pole vaults at every part of self-evolution.
Another change I've seen since the ayahuasca tea, because it was, let me tell you about that experience. It was so overwhelming that I was so scared. I thought I would never do that ceremony ever again. Mm-hmm. Because what I experienced was incredible physical pain. For everybody else in the ceremony, it was very emotional. Men were crying like babies. Mm-hmm. For me, the plant didn't show me any emotions. It just was physical. Mm-hmm. And I understand why, because I'm kind of immune to emotional pain. And the plant showed me this emptiness in my solar plexus area, and it felt like famish. So I felt like I need to get out of this circle and go eat a cow right now because I'm famished. Mm-hmm. And I ate a small piece of bread and I realized it was not physical hunger. Mm. So I asked the plant, mm-hmm, like, what is this? So I'm hungry. And I heard a voice inside of me that said, no, you're not hungry. You're just like famished for love.
There you go, sensual hunger.
So that gave me a lot of self-compassion because the pain was unbearable. I have not experienced a pain like that before. Mm-hmm.
And it taught you a lot, didn't it?
Yes, it gave me a lot of self-compassion.
And a lot of wisdom on the way you have been living and the way you need to live.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so happy I did that. And I don't want to lose terrain because I've gained this momentum, so I want to keep going. And I keep getting downloads from that plant, even though it's been almost 2 months. I still get downloads when I'm showering, when I'm driving. So I'm trying to pay attention, not get distracted, and pay attention to everything I hear and feel.
Mm-hmm. Allowing yourself to be nurtured and nourished by it.
Yeah. So the next thing I want to do is get more in shape, lose some weight, stretch every morning because I suffer from sciatica pain. Mm-hmm. So stretching in the morning does help with my pain management. And sometimes I don't do it just because I want to keep doing other things that I feel I should be doing. But it's just about creating what you were talking about earlier, creating the effort, putting yourself first, and creating a daily ritual for myself before I give my energy to anybody else or anything else.
There you go. Got to fill that void space in you with your own love.
Yeah, and it feels good.
Exactly.
And I'm also trying to feel more sexy with myself, like put on my best hair, my best makeup, my best clothes, just for myself, even if I'm not leaving the house. I just want to create that atmosphere so that when I meet a guy that I'm really interested in, I'm already feeling that.
Right. And not having their energy fill that void space and then have to go through what is this energy?
Yes. So that I don't become clingy and dependent on somebody else again.
Sometimes this is which cuts people. It makes people cut energies off because you haven't had that, and all of a sudden, now that the medicine has showed you that empty space and you're starting to fill it, whole new different types of people are going to come to your reality.
Actually, I have seen a lot of mini miracles, and I'm just amazed at the results.
What are some of the mini miracles?
For example, after the ayahuasca, I've been searching for jobs for 6 months and I haven't been successful at it. And I had a few job interviews where I had just done terribly because I've gotten so desperate for the job, and that energy came through and the interviewer just didn't like me. And it's because they sense my desperation. Yeah. After the ayahuasca, I started getting requests for interviews, like from the employers, not me.
Congratulations.
One of them was from Netflix. I've been trying to get into Netflix for like maybe, I don't know, 8 years.
All it took was a change in giving yourself, filling that void.
So this recruitment agency calls me and they're like, oh, you're perfect for Netflix. I'm like, what? You're calling me about it? So I got an interview and my nerves got the best of me, and I try to read or memorize what I have practiced, and so they didn't want me. So I said, okay, that's fine. I learned something from this. This is not going to happen again. I'm going to just be more myself next time in an interview. I'm going to raise my energy before the interview instead of being scared right the minute before the interview. So I took that as a very expensive lesson because that job could have really turned my life around. And guess what?
What?
Just last week, I got another request for Netflix again. It's a second chance.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
It's a different position in a different department from a different recruiting agency. And I was like, are you kidding me? This is the second chance I get.
Exactly. And here's an old statement: you never get a second chance to make a first impression unless it's Netflix. And you do.
I do.
And a second chance to make a first impression.
And now I know what they ask. I know what I know more about them. So, but this time is different because I'm not desperate to get into Netflix anymore. Like I had another job interview with an Italian company, and I speak Italian among other languages. So, and I love Italian culture and food. So I get an interview with them. So that's also pending. I'm actually putting them at the same level as Netflix because they both ignite my passions.
Beautiful.
So now I'm not really feeling desperate and like this, I have to have this job. No, if I get one or the other, it's fine. If not, a third one will come along. So I see that my anxiety level has come down tremendously from how I used to live before.
You are a ray of hope and change for so many other people that are waiting for this to come, and all it took was some effort to follow through and do the journey.
It works. I mean, putting these things in practice works, and you see results immediately.
And that's another reason why a lot of teachers don't do this, because they don't actually do inner work. And my teachings are all about the inner work.
I've been doing inner work for 25 years and I haven't seen this much results.
Because it's so specific. It's spiritual self-surgery with your own words.
Yeah, I feel like in the past I've been working hard instead of working smart.
Exactly. You're hardworking. It's just not in the right area. It's not tackling the major issue.
And that makes you doubt yourself. Like, am I doing this wrong? Does this really work? What's wrong with me?
And then you learn nothing's wrong with you.
No. So seeing small results really boosts my confidence. I want more and one more and one more. So I just wanted to raise my hands and say thank you.
Thank you. You're an incredible teacher and an inspiration to a lot of people that are right on the teetering of making effort, the teeter-totter of effort.
Yes.
And guess what? Making the teeter-totter work.
And guess what? I really feel I really feel inspired to share this with other people. So I'm gonna write a book. I started already.
Awesome. I look forward to seeing it when it comes out.
The book is about how I thought I was an introvert for all my life, and I'm not really an introvert. I don't know what the title would translate, but that's kind of like my advice to people that really dig inside of you and see if that's really your true self. Because I don't think everybody's born an introvert. I don't think that's the nature of yourself, higher self.
I think the words introverts and extroverts have been psychologized by the psychologists for so long that people think it's natural. Introvertness and extrovert is not a natural thing. It's a man-made thing.
Yeah. Feels more like a label.
Dogma. Let's go with step 4 to make it a dogma.
Okay.
Yeah. Introvert, people like they hang on to the word I'm an introvert. No.
Yeah.
You just lost your social skills and don't know how to do it anymore. That is a dogma.
Yep.
I'm a dogma.
And a dogma, you buy into it, because I did buy into it. And I call myself introvert for so long, and I started acting like that, of course, because if you believe you're an introvert, you start acting like it.
Showing all the symptoms, psychological symptoms.
Yeah.
But you were never that.
I feel very liberated.
You are your own self-liberator.
Yes. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anything else that you want to tell us about?
Not really. I'm just looking forward to the boot camp.
All right. Anything else you want to ask me, or we move on to the next caller?
No, I don't have any more questions. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Grace. You're an inspiration to a lot of people over there. All right, Robert, let's spin up that wheel of callers. And anyone that doesn't have their hands raised and wants to put some effort into clicking on that participants button and raising your hand, let's put some effort. Let's see how many people have effort and courage to raise their hand to be part of the wheel of universal callers. Ooh, 4 people put effort in. Oh, come on. More than 4 people can put effort in. 3 people. Somebody just put their hand back down. Ha 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 ha. Back right. Let's get one more person to put their hand up. You over there, I'm pointing right at you. Put your hand up. Somebody put their hand down, put their hand up. There we go. Hand went back down again. 17, 18, 18, 17, 18, 17. Come on, you. I'm pointing right at you. Put your hand up. Click on that participants button. All right, Robert, spin up that wheel of colors and see who the next universe brings us.
All righty. Grace, that was beautiful. Thank you. Scott, you're unmuted with Andrew.
Scott, are you there?
All right.
Hi,
Hey there,
Scott.
Andrew.
Hey, where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from Santa Cruz, California.
Santa Cruz, California, the home of the mystery spot.
There's a lot of mysteries here.
So what do you want to talk about today?
Well, I was hoping to get a little more from you on my Akashic background. I've been doing a lot of work. I've been running ceremonies for about 15 years now, and have a great nonprofit here in Santa Cruz, working with Earth Spirit Fellowship here called Community Seed, and been running meditation groups and doing a lot of work. And I've had a lot of memory recall, but a lot of it's really fuzzy. You know, when you're able to do this, I'm able to do work for other people, but it's really, really hard to do it for myself.
Ooh, did you hear a caller we had a couple weeks ago about that wasn't able to do the work for themselves?
No, I don't think I missed that one, actually.
I think it was 3 weeks ago. People will put the conversation there, but I went through a journey with this person to discover why they can't do work for themselves.
Huh.
What kind of ceremonial work do you do? I'm going to do the same thing for you.
Sure. Yeah. So with Community Seed, we are a nature-based religion, pagans, witches basically. And so the ceremony is the Wheel of the Year, focused on seasonal ceremony. We do this as a public organization, so whoever shows up, shows up. It's kind of like ritual theater in the round. And that's been beautiful. I've been doing that for a while, about 15 years. And then the last 2 years, just running an every Tuesday meditation group where we get together and a lot of contract revocation, similar to what you've been doing. And in fact, you're the one who introduced it for me, and I brought it forward to a number of other folks, and it's been very, very helpful. You just didn't even think you could do it. It's like didn't even come up. I never even considered it beforehand.
Because I'm the grandmaster of the obvious.
Someone's got to do it.
Special, unique skill I was born with. All right. So have you ever tried remote viewing?
I have. I'm not particularly good at it.
Okay. So when you do work with other people, do you do like an energy healing or meditation groups? Do you do any of that?
Yeah, I've done a little bit of everything. The things that I'm really, really good at are human spirits, haunted houses, clearings, and land blessings, land clearings.
Perfect. Not a problem. I'm going to go through this journey to help you understand why it's so hard to do things for yourself.
All right.
So what I want you to do is to take your internal psychic radar dishes that are always outside looking for hauntings and other people's issues and turn them inward. And I want you to go 3 layers, 3 degrees of separation past your first, second, and third answer. And really, what is your 4th answer of what is in your unseen environment right now? That is the most obvious thing you should see.
Oh.
Trust yourself and just allow, it may not come up right away. Just you're not the first answer, not the second answer, not the third answer. What's in that grand master, the obvious of your own unseen reality that's right on the edge of being in the river of denial for you?
Oh, it did come right. It's a ball of anxiety and emotion.
Mm-hmm. How old is it?
Not as old as I thought.
Okay. Can you give it an age?
Teenage years.
Okay. Is it around women?
Hard to tell. I don't know.
Grab onto the ball and spin it like a Rubik's Cube and line up all the colors. Just as if we're clearing a house.
Don't really want to line up. Okay. There's a lot of spinning.
Is it still from your teenage years?
It's hard. No, I want to say no. It's younger.
Okay. How much younger? Just let yourself go through the flow.
8, 9, 10.
Is it a nightmare? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to dissipate and release it just like you were clearing a house. Doing a clearing on a person. And that internal courage and enthusiastic effort to clear this out of your bubble of reality that's right on the edge of your unseen.
Oh. Yeah, it's physical.
Yeah, it's got a lot of attachments to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, a lot of entry points too.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I'm darn.
You can swear. Don't worry about it. Fuck.
It's like running around in the dark. This is tricky.
It's a nightmare. Let me help you that first.
Yeah. Well, I've been plagued with night. I've had easily 1,000 vivid, lucid nightmares since I was a young child. Almost every night, 3 to 5 times a night for the first probably 10 years of my life.
I'm quite aware of it. That's why.
Yeah. Figured you'd feel it.
Dissipate and release this. Summon the mystical courage that you have in yourself that just as you do for anybody else that needed clearing.
Yes. Okay, I'm there on the other side.
Okay, come back into your body.
Here.
Okay, I want you to dissipate and release this Rubik's Cube. Are there still attachments to you even though it's been dissipated and released?
Yes.
Are these attachments from a younger age or an older age?
Ooh, I think they're newer.
Okay. Just give it a relative date. Doesn't need to be fully accurate.
30s.
Okay. Is it relating to nightmares or is it a physical reality issue?
I can't tell.
It's a physical. I'm going to help you out. It's a physical reality issue.
Yeah, that feels more true.
All right. So the amount of effort that it took to do that you just did here, was that the same amount of effort you would have done for a client or friend?
A little harder, but not much.
No, you would have put a lot more effort and energy in if it was somebody else.
Yeah, but I would have been more jazzed.
2 minutes. This took about 2 minutes. Somebody else, would have been an hour, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your issue right now.
Wow.
Time.
Interesting.
Okay?
And that self, like the honoring of self through time, the worthiness of time.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now we're going to take the next level. This attachment, is it, just answer yes or no with your energy. Is it sexual or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes and no.
It's right now. It's just yes or no.
Yeah. No.
You certain?
No.
Because it's not yours. It's not your sexual problem, but you're taking it on as a sexual problem.
Yes.
Okay. Is this attachment a living being siphoning force off of you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now ask yourself, do you know who it is? Is it more than one?
Yes, I know who it is. It's one person, but it's more than one.
Okay. Now let's go through this dissipate and release process.
Okay.
Okay. Silently say their names. I'm dissipating, releasing you, taking away the attachments, and find that energetic focus. So for a handful of seconds, you are in that zone, just like you were doing it for someone else. Put the game face on. Okay.
Yeah.
You're out, bitch.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to get rid of her. Oh.
I know, poor thing.
No, don't have pity for here.
I know.
Vampire.
That's how I got sucked in the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the part of you that has all this pity and all this compassion, that part of you is what's creating the portal to allow this to happen.
Yeah.
You got to shut that off too. That's the thing creating the attachment.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
It's cold, isn't it?
It's
cold
cold.
energy.
It's cold.
Okay. Bring warmth to it.
Oh.
Bring light to it.
Yeah. And a firm hand.
Yeah. With brass knuckles.
Loving brass knuckles.
No. No. Charged, polarized brass knuckles.
Oh, yeah, that got me good. It got me crying. Thank you.
Okay. Now, is this amount of effort the same you would have done for a client or a friend?
Oh yeah, less probably.
Right. We're not at that hour yet. We're at like 6 minutes now.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's so hard for you to go internal? Let's let yourself flow with an answer.
A long history of physical abuse, self-worthiness, just self-worthiness.
Are you worthy?
Yes.
What makes you think you're unworthy? Who imprinted that into you?
I'm on the phone, right? Old. I don't know. Dad's, mom's, people's.
Let's try to give it a manifestation.
Dad.
Okay. Why do you think you took it on?
It's his.
Okay. Just like you got the last person out, it's time to get Dad to go.
Yeah. He held it, didn't release it. I held it.
Okay. I want you to see it like a Rubik's Cube again and align it so its colors lined up so that you can release it from your auric frequencies. Because right now it's stuck in all of your chakras.
Oh. Yeah. That's good.
Okay. See it coming out. How worthy do you feel now?
Much more so. I mean, I've covered it for a long time with like a false worthiness, but this is different and it needs to be different.
Did you create this false worthiness, or did somebody show you how to create this false worthiness?
Yeah, I got shown how. Fake it till you make it, a little bit of both, but yeah.
Who showed you fake worthiness?
The same one with the sexual attachment, ironically.
Okay. That's a separate Rubik's Cube that's got to go.
Yeah. All right. I like this Rubik's Cube.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Line it up, get it out.
Ooh. That like tingles.
Yes. Now I want you to take 3 very deep breaths. There we go. You have dissipated and released. That's the first stage. Now we're going to go a little deeper.
Okay.
Now, just like when you're working with friends or clients, you know, you've got that first part out. Now we're getting into the next level here. Okay?
Yeah.
I want you to turn those radar dishes internally again.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot more light. I can see the scurries now.
Mm-hmm. Let's not look after the moths or the ants. What is the big subject matter? That's the grandmaster, the obvious, that was covered up by those other 3 subjects we just dissipated.
I don't know.
Try.
Effort.
You've never been this far, have you?
No. Not with myself.
Okay. Now let's ask yourself this question. Why have I never gone this far?
Why have I never gone this far? Okay, I can play with it.
Okay. What's the answer? Doesn't have to be a perfect answer. Just allow it to be an answer, a manifestation.
Self-responsibility. Ooh.
Pow!
Ooh.
Pow! That's
But
a good
I'm
one.
so responsible. There's so many ways that I'm not, and I avoid it. Oh my God. Wow. Because there's nothing. As soon as I got there, it was like an empty room with just the little scurries. There was nothing big. And the big is waiting for me to take that step.
Okay. Let's take the step now into responsibility.
Okay.
So like a Rubik's Cube, you're going to take this Rubik's Cube and create Ron's responsibility through that nothingness and that energy. You're going to create an energetic Rubik's Cube that is your responsibility to align it each day to your own responsibility.
Wow. It's like reforming contracts. That's beautiful.
Right. Pulling it all, the dimensions, time streams, galaxies, and universe into your little Rubik's Cube of interaction.
Whoa. Ooh. It's a whole host watching now that wasn't watching before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all your spirit guides' pagers are going off like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They're like, oh shit, what's he doing? He's talking to that Bartzis, damn it.
But it's such a free space too. There's like,
Mm-hmm.
this is interesting. This is not what I expected.
Okay.
Okay.
I want you to put that Rubik's Cube of responsibility into your solar plexus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are you responsible for?
My own responses.
What are you responsible for? Yeah, your own responses, and just give it a manifestation. Allow it to roll off the tongue.
Presence and pleasance. That's not a word, but presence and positive reaction. There's not a word for I'm responsible for my presence. That is the primary. And that's the one where I often play the most games.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a responsibility for, what is that? What is that called?
This is your next attachment. Are you responsible for anyone else?
No.
So who are you responsible for in this space as you're now building your new levels of responsibilities?
My daughter still.
Okay. Who
To
else?
some degree, but that feels like we've worked through that contract, her and I together, really well.
Okay. Who else?
There's minor aspects of my community as I'm stepping and changing roles and building some folks up to lead the board.
Projects.
Projects, busy mind stuff.
Okay.
I feel like there's someone I don't know that I feel like.
Busy mind stuff doesn't belong in this space.
No, and it's okay there. That doesn't. I feel like there's someone watching me, and it's very strange. I don't. I don't like this.
Okay. Let's shine light on Watcher.
Very young.
Okay. Is it another child you're waiting to have?
No, I'm done with that. That can't happen.
Yeah, I can.
That's so funny because I've heard that too, and I've told myself that. I got fixed 15 years ago.
You can adopt.
Yeah, there's another one.
You also can get unfixed.
I know. That's what I keep getting asked to do, and I'm fighting it.
Who's asking you?
Internally, there's an internal ask that's been coming up a lot. It's been doing a lot of the ancestor work.
Okay.
It's like the old grandmas, like, babies, Manja, you're so skinny. Have a babies.
Exactly. So is it a child waiting for you to get unfixed? Or a child
There's
to adopt?
Oy. 3 to 5 years or more if I wanted, but it's there's a lot of resistance there.
Mm-hmm. Who's resisting it? You or a future you?
Oh, it's me. It's definitely me.
The me of the now?
Yeah. The
Okay.
part of me that's been faking it.
Okay. Can you let the fake it to make it person make this decision for you and create this charge and polarity in your special space?
No, it's not fair. That doesn't serve them anyway. No, I refuse it.
I want you to make another Rubik's Cube that takes the entire fake it to make it person and compress them into that one Rubik's Cube, align all the colors, and then get them out of this space.
Yeah. And in and out. Okay. Whoa. Yeah.
That felt good, didn't it?
That felt really good and really unexpected.
Okay. Is that same energy watching you? Does it feel different in your perception now?
Much shinier. Yeah, it's like it's an invested growth, but it's like I just give it a huge dusting, a spray off, and now it's like watching and happy and present because it's the one that has the energy to hold space for this, almost like the foundation of a small bridge. Feels like one strut of a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, more struts. Whoa, my word. Okay.
Okay. I want you to take 4 very deep breaths. We're going to go a little deeper now.
Okay. Okay.
Are you in the edge of unknown again?
Yeah.
Been this deep before?
Yeah.
Now I want you to spin up your skill sets, turn the radar dishes inward, and I want you to remote view you coming out of your mother's womb, the head crowning, baby coming out, umbilical cord attached. And see that being an empathic, like the empathic being you are. Don't resist.
Oh, it's hard because I didn't come out.
It's okay. I know that.
Normally,
Why I made you go there.
All right, sending it.
Love to him.
Yeah.
Say, I am your future self.
We
made it.
We made it. And look at us now, kicking ass and taking names.
That's right. Kicking ass and taking names.
She's real happy.
What is his message to you? Allow yourself to hear.
Well, first it was where. Oh. Wow. A little trooper. Super enthusiastic. We got this. This is going to be great. This is going to be so much fun. Oh. The memories.
I want you to take all that energy, compress it into a Rubik's Cube, and I want you to stick that into your root.
Okay.
Compress that connection to that child that came out and say, we made it. We made it.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That comes with some song. Some old song. Okay. Okay.
I want you to take 5 deep breaths now.
Yeah. Okay, okay.
Now I want you to just turn those radar dishes inward. And I want you to go back to the point of conception where your father's sperm met your mother's egg.
That's awkward.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's funny. That's
You're
cute.
put a lot of worthlessness into you.
Yeah. Sweetness.
Go to that point where the sperm beats the egg and the first cell separates. Find that infinite you.
Wow. I've never looked at that before for anyone. It's like like the black hole galaxies where you got energy streaming out the top and the bottom.
Okay. I want you to take all this vision, all this energy, compress it into a Rubik's Cube and put it into your sacrum.
All right.
You're going to have to go back and revisit this one quite a few times.
Yeah, I could tell, especially the sacrum one. That's crunchy.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Ugh.
Is it sticking or does it not want to?
Yeah, there's a lot of other sex stuff in there.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Clear that extra energy that doesn't want it to stick in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Because this is going to your sacrum.
Okay, it's in.
Okay. I want you to take one really deep breath and hold it at the end for 2 seconds and then let it go. I want you to turn those radar dishes inwards. And you know you're at your new levels here.
Yeah.
What attachments do you still have?
Say that again.
What attachments do you still have?
There's some really sticky stuff in the sacrum that wasn't in when we were doing the earlier solar plexus and heart stuff. It feels like thick and dense, like cardboard, and but wet cardboard.
Okay, look at it.
Yeah, it's layers and layers and layers and layers.
Is it yours or someone else's?
It's mine. This is definitely mine. This is something I've been doing to myself, burying.
Can you give it identification, words, manifestation?
It's like mud. Oh, it's a lot of shame.
Mm-hmm. What are you ashamed of?
Stuff that my mind isn't ashamed of, but desire, manifestation of desire, self-pleasure,
Mm-hmm.
engagement.
Mm-hmm. And does this relate to the nightmares? I haven't forgot about those yet.
Some of them.
This is all about your nightmares. Don't avoid it.
Yeah, it's been a long journey through the nightmares. It's so hard to tell. It feels like it's a feeding ground.
It's a hell realm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's always felt like it was inside me.
Because you brought it inside you through masturbation.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of contracts that I didn't realize, that I didn't know that was real.
Connected to an actual, negative hell realm through masturbation and not realizing that who you were masturbating to, somebody had hijacked the image.
Yeah, and a lot of it was in a home with a very haunted house with a very specific family entity.
Okay, let's kick its ass.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Pull out Thor's hammer from the movie.
Mjolnir.
Break everything in this hell realm. Break it. Shatter it. Destroy it. Pissing it off now, aren't you?
Well, it's kind of sweet. Like when I look at it like this, it's almost like.
No, it's not sweet.
Well, from what I've seen.
That's compassion for it. It is a dick, and it
yeah.
Shatter. Break all its toys.
No more.
Break all its control features and surfaces.
No more.
Destroy it. Raise it down and salt this realm so it can never be used against you again.
Oh. Ooh. Wow.
Well, there's more to destroy.
Yeah, I feel on the right side, but that was good. Yeah. You can't. All these promises, throwing all these promises at me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Nope.
Well, you are but nothing but a false light being, and I now expose you in every dimension, time stream, galaxy, and universe to the false light being that you are.
I will see you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. This is tied to some family stuff too. This is interesting. Okay. My sister.
Because she had the nightmares too.
Yeah, and she's got the sight as well, but it's been a real burden for her. She never controlled it. It's haunted her.
Mhm.
This is tied to her. Oh.
Don't get into your sister. Finish.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Broken.
I want you to go to the very foundation of this realm, the solidness that allows an entity to have tangibility. Shatter the foundation.
It's like this ball and chain tied to my right ankle. Shatter the chain.
Shatter it.
It's like stickiness all throughout that right side. I didn't even know I had that. Okay. All right. There's a whole. This is going to take some. This is not going to happen all easily and right now, but this is good.
Shatter it. Shatter the foundations. You have Mjolnir, damn it. You can shatter it in an instant. Yes, you'll have to revisit this a little later in a future time.
Ha!
Shatter
Yeah.
it. You have Mjolnir's hammer. And Mr. Infinite Being, whack.
This ties to the heart. This is so hard because I keep, okay, keep having compassion for it, and it's not.
Fall in love with him.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yourself. And know you are worthy of holding Mjolnir's hammer because you are a good being who was used. It was not real love. They never loved you back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let the tears out.
Glad there's no video. No compassion for this. This is false.
They never loved you back. They never reciprocated the love. They just used your dopamine sexual releases to make you think they did.
That's the key. Oh.
That's how you got fooled. And that's what you're really ashamed of.
Oh, that does so much. Oh, wow. Okay. The heart, yeah, the compassion tie was good, and I just got through that, but the dopamine response tie.
That's what kept you coming back for more and more and
Yeah.
more.
And I can solve that now. I've got really good tools for that now. I hadn't even, okay. Oh,
What's left in
thank you. For a moment, there was a moment where I was like, this is too much. No, I see it. I see it now. That's clear.
What's left in the realm now?
There's like an ecology that's grown up around it. It's like a forest that needs to be cleared.
All of your masturbatory fantasies that satisfy.
Yeah. And all these ties to different people and all the entities that feed and fed and are nourished.
None of those entities there were the people you were ever creating with.
Well, they're not even aware of me as I'm looking at this. It's like,
oh, they're pretending like they're not aware of you. They're absolutely.
Oh.
Just don't want you to uncompassionately destroy them. Make it think.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. All right.
That realm, not a single thing in that realm is innocent. Not a thing.
Wow. I appreciate you, Andrew. Thank you. No, this is all just a feeding realm. Okay.
Shatter
root into Gaia.
Entity, every attachment, every reflection, sub-reflection, every dogma that kept you coming back, thinking they're real, they really love me. No, they don't. Nothing in that realm is real. Nothing in that realm is innocent. And because you're holding Mjolnir's hammer, Mjolnir as the hammer, you are worthy.
Yes.
Hold the power.
Yes. All right, let's sweep it with a big. Mjolnir's got some power. She can sweep like a storm.
And thunder and shatter it all.
Yeah, yeah, sweeping it now. That vortex, that toroid. What's this? No, I don't want anything to do with this.
Something trying to make a deal with you.
Yeah, throwing playing cards at me.
Trying to get you to play the game.
Yeah.
Bitterly.
Yeah. Nope. No.
Some of this is attached to your porn habit at a young age.
Yep.
That's the instant gratifying you.
When I heard that the other week, you talked about this heavily a couple weeks ago with all the entities, and that was an eye opener. I was like, oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. And the solution is through the real connection with human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that just all falls away.
I want you to take 3 very deep breaths and allow this energy to dissipate and release.
Oh, and I feel there's here's a little deal. I'm gonna have to have like a full bowel movement to release some of these. I can feel they're like deep in the intestines, like they're locked in.
There's more in there to get out. Just do the deep breaths, and we're gonna go to the next layer here.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Stand on sacred ground. Okay.
Okay. I want you to turn those radar dishes inward. I want you to go and be able to observe your entire intestinal tract, upper and lower. And you see your dreaming body that is housed inside your intestinal tract.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to let it come out.
Okay.
Come out the belly button, just above the belly button. Do you see any damage or tears to it?
Oh yeah.
Let's start repairing them.
Okay. Okay.
I want you to look into your intestinal tract. Is there anything in there that's going to damage your damage your dreaming body?
Yeah, there's some hang on.
There are attachments that take
Yeah.
you to portals to other hell realms. You have more than one hell realm to deal with.
Yeah, there's one that feels like a bunch of staples.
There's 4. 4
Yeah.
more.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I want you to now send energy to every part of your intestinal tract to try to close these portals down, shut them down. And then you're going to have to shit out the residue that's in the feces.
Yeah. But this
Shut
is in the upper part, so it actually clears easier than I thought.
Let's just shut them down.
Yeah. Yeah. Shut. Fuck.
Okay.
Okay.
I want you to use Mjolnir like a giant golf club. Aim at the force portal and hit it as hard as you can. And when you hit it, it's going to completely shatter the other realm.
Ha!
Fort! You just kicked it into void space.
Yeah.
Do it again. You got 3 more to do.
Ah.
That's a slice. You got to hit it again.
Ew. They don't like that.
Deja poo.
Ew. It's very moving fun.
I want you to let your dreamy body to go back into your intestinal tract.
Okay.
Give it a lot of love.
Mm.
How much effort did this practice take for you?
Hmm?
How much effort did this practice, what we've been doing here?
A lot. More, a fair amount. I mean, with you doing this is something that I could have easily helped another, but doing this on my own, I wouldn't have even, this is blind. A lot of this is blind. As I'm seeing it now, like the staples, I hit them and each staple became like worms and they're crawled out, dissipated. Just like scar remnants and I would have gotten trapped in story for sure.
Exactly. I kept you on track.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay? I just kept you on track.
Yeah.
What's it going to take for you to keep yourself on track? What kind of effort going forward? Because you'll be able to go back and listen to this and revisit those places and find some more stuff without trying to get lost in the story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Strategy.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
With the revocations, that's really what, the process that you can go through with any revocation. It's that step-by-step process. And this is very similar, but this is a little more organic. I know that you're using some deep mastery here.
Mm-hmm. Now, how do you feel?
I feel really good. Really, I'll admit it, I'm really surprised.
Okay. What are you
and a little sick, like a little disturbed. Like that was gross.
But it's stuff you had been avoiding for a really long time.
Yeah.
It was actually all stuff you knew, but you
Yeah.
avoided it for so long. It's what's showing you the sickness, and it's what you were ashamed about.
I kept in a cycle. It's like
It's just cycle. Yeah.
need the pleasure to move forward. Like you deserve the pleasure, like using this whole like lack of self-worth to reinforce a false self-worth. Okay. That's interesting. More garden time for sure.
Mm-hmm. Now I want you to turn those radars inwards. And do you feel a dopamine release now? A free.
Yeah. This is what I get. Whenever ceremony is enacted, especially with a group, that dopamine is like the best high.
Amplify it. Amplify that dopamine release so that it gives you DMT release.
Yeah.
Amplify that dopamine release 1,000-fold.
Yeah.
Okay. 10,000-fold. 100,000-fold.
Get me start singing it.
You had a song at your birth.
Yeah. That Soul Cry song. I get to go give this back. I got ceremony with a group in 2 hours.
That's what you tell them too.
Oh.
Okay.
And it's different. This is a very different type of response.
Yeah. And you're worthy for it.
Thank you.
You're welcome, brother. I love you a lot.
I love you too, Andrew. Good work.
Good work. You did the effort, man. I just kept you on track.
There you go.
Okay.
Like those tracks at the bowling alley. Sometimes you need them.
Drink a lot of water tonight.
Yeah.
It might even be a good idea for you to go get some milk of magnesia and take it just before you go to sleep, so you take a giant shit in the morning.
Okay. That's a good idea. I'll do so.
Giant shit tomorrow. You may want to look at that stuff before you put any toilet paper to go.
There's that staple.
Exactly, there's that staple.
Thank you, brother. Good luck to everyone else listening. I love you all.
All right, you take it easy.
All right.
All right, everyone. Effort, effort, effort. Here's an example of a young man that just did some effort. What did you all feel while he was going through this process? Pop on into that chat room, make some effort, and write into there. What did you feel? What did you experience? I'm going to give you a minute here to type in what you felt. Julia, he made it sound easy and it was not. No, that was a lot of effort to go through. That was a lot of courage. Danny, inspired, empowered. I had a tear at his birth too. When he said I made it. All right, everyone. Here's the challenge of effort to you. If you haven't sent the email to mpa@galactichistorian.com and you have the effort to sign up for the December boot camp, that's $75 for the 3 calls, the group calls that we're going to have to put you on track to have a very powerful winter solstice. Here's your opportunity. And the efforts will be in the email. That's my proof positive. mpa@galactichistorian.com. Say, hi, Michael. I want to sign up for the solstice boot camp. There'll be 3 classes. You'll get all your details. Then the next effort is you got to respond to the email. And then you got to show up to a class 3 times so that you can put 12 hours of effort so that your ceremony means something. Ball's in your court. All right, Robert, I think we're going to end the show for today. Some very powerful energies. And for all those that are listening on Facebook, on YouTube, or listening in the next day, 2, 3s, the same thing extends to you, the effort. All right, Robert, take us away. Each different bubble of reality is true. A galactic historian is a person that
looks at all the lines of dramatic karma.
Nudge, nudge. It's the Holy Grail.
Improvised, mysterious.
It's counter psychic intelligence.
Why is DNA farming of this star cluster so important?
Because we do manifest our reality. We do create our reality.